I remembered.
Yes.
All right.
My apologies.
Recording
we're
in
not gonna
progress.
No. Okay, let's
Okay,
go.
so welcome once again. I started talking about Truman Hunt, who's one of the individuals I looked up to. He's long gone from our company, but he told me, do not be afraid of change. In times of change, there will be winners and there will be losers. What your job is to make sure you're on the right side of that equation. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight as AI kind of takes over the world. So we have a very, very special speaker for you this morning or this evening, wherever you happen to be on the planet, who I met many, many years ago when he was actually doing open heart surgery in one of the most prestigious hospitals in New York out on Long Island. And from the outskirt, it seemed as though his life couldn't be better. He was earning a good living, a tremendous amount of respectability, interesting career. But as we got into conversation, he told me that he never saw daylight. And I was confused, like, do you work nights? He said, no, I get up before dawn and I never get home until the sun sets. He says, I'm single at that time. And he said, if I have a date and I have somebody with a case with their chest open on a slab and we run into complications, I can't check out and say, look, we'll pick you up tomorrow and pick up where we left off. So that flexibility and freedom, he wanted what Wen and I had. And that's why he joined us. He is one of the most incredible, intelligent individuals I've ever met. And his heart is as big as his intelligence. So without any further ado, I just want to make one quick announcement. Please do not take any screenshots. We're under an NDA. If you've been invited tonight, you are privileged to be on with us. And you will see why. So please, no screenshots, no taping. Once we get everything approved by the company, then things may change. But for right now, please, you're on your honor, we're on our honor, and you can count on our honor. We hope that we can count on yours. And the other thing that I wanted to make mention was, that Tom Polisi is owner of Aesthetics out in Las Vegas. He's at the top of his game because he had transitioned from open heart surgery into doing some of these injectables and aesthetic procedures. So I'm going to let him talk a little bit more about that. And the other thing that I wanted to mention was some of the photographs may be a little bit gory because they are surgical. So for those non-healthcare professionals, if you have a challenge looking at some of those things, just kind of look away. And for those of you who are interested in that sort of thing, certainly you can lean a little bit closer into the screen. I know you have a couple of words and then we're going to kick off.
Okay, welcome to our family, our home in Taiwan. We just love it here. Just want to share with you what's going on around the world. Okay, AI is coming, and we are so grateful because Tommy and us have been working on this PowerPoint for the last at least 6 months. Okay, a lot of brainstorming to get our ideas together, and then without Tommy, this would not happen. So all the PowerPoints with his genius idea is just absolutely, I think, is the best ever. So here in Taiwan, we've been sharing the Chinese version. We use AI to translate in Chinese. Yep. We've been doing meeting nonstop, okay, since we've been here. Everybody's on fire. Everybody's ready to rock. And then we are recruiting like crazy, men, women, doesn't matter the age. Everybody wants to capture this AI future. So without further ado, we're gonna welcome Tommy. You guys must take notes because this event is not going to happen again soon. All right, take lots of notes and learn it by heart. Then we can share and we can absolutely help everyone to grow 10 times bigger, make a lot more money, right, Tommy? Okay, let's welcome Tommy all the way from Las Vegas.
How are you guys? Can you hear me all right? I am going to
crystal clear.
Can you hear me? All right, now see, I could do a lot of techie stuff, but where is the PowerPoint? Yeah,
Well, then we have different versions of the PowerPoint, you guys.
No. Oh my God, where is it? See, I could do a lot of different things, but this is not one of them. Here we go. Can you guys see that?
Yes, we can see your screen. There he is.
Here's the first slide, harnessing your power.
Right.
Take it away.
Okay, so this is, people who live here never go here to the Strip because who wants to spend $82 on 2 beers? So it's a crazy place. We just never go to the strip. So yeah, in some credentials, I've been asked to be guest speaker on several of the new shows. There's one coming up soon. They just called a few days ago. Actually, I don't even know what the topic is, but they said they're going to do it. It's very cool to do this kind of thing, and it's just some credibility that my qualifications. Let me get this thing out of the way here so I could actually see the screen. My qualifications, very circuitous, but cardiothoracic open heart surgery for 6 years, day and night. Here's some pictures of it. That's a leg. Everyone wants to know what that is. That is actually, we just put the person on bypass over there. General surgery, I did it for several more years. Plastic surgery, a couple of years at that. We're doing a facelift over here. Liposuction. The practice I was with, actually, I got a phone call, a tip from a friend of mine at the medical board, and he said, you better get out now because we're about to close this place down. Some bad stuff going on behind the scenes with the admin people. Holy crap, were they doing some bad stuff. So I don't have any of my lipo pictures, which were excellent. I just don't have any of them. Non-surgical aesthetics and regenerative medicine over 20 plus years. That's my the building I'm in. And now we're at what we call an inflection point where, in technological terms, you let go of yesterday in the creation of tomorrow, because it's going to be overshadowed. What the status quo is today will not be that tomorrow. And an example of this is, here's New York City, 1901, right? There's one car, the rest are horse and buggy, all right? Just about 10 years later, there's one horse and buggy and the rest are cars. And it just an incredible transformation. And again, now fast forward to, this is about 20 something years ago, even. It seems so far away, but it isn't. The cell phone, the dial-up phone, when you would get to if you had an area code, you would get to the 9th number and your finger would slip out of the dial and you'd have to start all over again. And then my friend said, yes, a new Apple coming out, a new phone. There's no button. I'm like, how are you going to dial? And I didn't understand how you were going to dial with it, but that was destroyed in the creation of the new. Same thing with CT scanners, where you have you go in and then you have to wait 4, 5, 6, 7 days for the results to come, unless it's emergent, then they'll get it right away. But other than that, you're waiting days sometimes. But now artificial intelligence is reading it immediately, and the software is installed within the machine. So the second you come out, the diagnoses are there. So what happens to the radiologist? What happens to the hematologist, the pulmonologist? Hematologist is just blood work. Same with endocrine. It's numbers. You can, any kind of data driven profession, whether it's bookkeeping, accounting, anything like that, in most of medicine, is numbers. So artificial intelligence will be able to do it faster, and it'll do it better, a lot better. And it's just wild what's going to happen. So what happens to all of these people? They're a ticking clock, actually. And then, so you let go of yesterday in the creation of tomorrow. And then we have this cool thing where, I actually thought of this years ago, but I didn't put the pieces together, where you would, I thought of, you go into a room and you put leads on the person, and you can hear through speakers in the wall why do you have to have this machine, this thing you stick in your ears, and if you bang it against the edge of the bed, holy crap, it's like an earthquake going on off in your head. But why couldn't you just have leads on a bed, listen to everything going on with the guy, and have it out in the room? Because of lawyers. That's why lawyers don't want anyone hearing that. They're not, oh God. But now, finally, you put the stethoscope on someone's chest and you get the reading right there. And all of this is going to be taking place. So that's what it looks like, larger. It'll give you the reading, and in time, it's going to give you the diagnosis, and that screen will probably get a little bit bigger, and they'll make it cooler, or it'll just Bluetooth right to your iPad, where you'll just see it right there, and you won't even need this screen anymore. So what happens to the cardiologist? It's another ticking clock profession, right? Everything is going towards this, where it's data collection and subscriptions. And you think about it, you think about your phone bill, your gas bill, your mortgage, cable coming into the house, your internet bill, your cell phone, everything is on subscription. They don't call it that, they just call it a bill, but it's a subscription. You subscribe to these people. Netflix, Amazon, they're all subscriptions. Everything is going towards this, which is, it's good in a sense for us, because this is where all products or the drive will be to put people on subscriptions after the data is collected. But very few companies actually are in a position for data collection, which is where we shine on our end. What do you notice about this picture? And this is in the middle of the day running full speed. You can't see because it's not video, but there's no people here, right? Jobs, approximately 40% of all employment will be, and it's going to be replaced by AI and ML. ML is machine learning, AI is artificial intelligence, obviously. Machine learning, 5 to 7 years. 2 million medical jobs will be eliminated. I saw from, I think it was Forbes, 200 million banking jobs in the financial sector wiped out. Why? Because it's all numbers. You don't need, remember the teller counting number? What do you need them to count for? The AI will do it for you, and it'll do it faster. By 2030, 1 billion people will lose their jobs to AI and machine learning. And it's not that those people are going to be able to, like a copywriter won't be able to go to another copywriting job, because it won't exist anymore. It'll be obsolete, which is the scary part, right? And you look at what's going on out there in the world, 12,000 jobs. UPS just cut 12,000 jobs, right? And if you think well, you know what? I must be safe because I'm in big tech. I work for, Twitter, with Twitter, or I work at YouTube or whatever it is. No, those people are getting hammered day and night, 315,000 plus layoffs in the last 20 months. It is. And there's slews of more of these people who are just waiting to be axed, because the machine that they created is cannibalizing their industry. And it's wild. I mess around a lot with AI, and no matter, I could write the perfect paragraph, and I could take 7 months on it, and I'll just put into one of the software, the AI software, rewrite this, make it better, make it shorter, make it sound like an attorney, make it sound like Shakespeare, make it sound like whatever you want it to. Boom, you hit the button and it does it. And it's immediate, and it's amazing how well it's doing it. It's moving so fast, so fast. But big tech, they're not immune to this layoff either. Right now, 61% adults living paycheck to paycheck. Very scary. One of my good friends is in this situation right now. Very scary for him. He doesn't know what to do, and he's looking for day jobs. And he said to me the other day, he goes, "No one takes a resume anymore. You have to do everything online."
I think
That's how far removed he is from this resume deal that used to be, but not anymore. So companies who neglect to stay abreast of technological, sociological advancements, they will fail. They will absolutely fail. 80% of all economic growth, and we're going back 150 years from the Harvard Business Review, comes from technological advancements. So if you're not up with these advancements, you're going to go down. Here's some examples. Blockbuster was the best thing in the world, right? You'd go there and you'd walk up to the aisles and you just complain there's no good movies. In the year 2000, Blockbuster was given a first mover advantage opportunity to purchase this little company that used to send DVDs and CDs through the mail. Why would they want to be part of this? The bigger picture with Netflix is that they knew about streaming, where Blockbuster, they weren't hip to it yet. They didn't see the future of it. And now today, Netflix is worth 143 billion and Blockbuster's out of business. That's first mover. That's being a first mover. So we're going to look at where you are at 65 years old. And man, I'm in, I'm in the, I check brackets, your age brackets. I'm in this bracket. So it's a scary scene for people when, years catch up to them. A lot of my patients, they're in their 40s and 50s, and they're like, man, it was just, you blink your eyes and 25 years have passed. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Absolutely. So this chart is from Hartford Insurance. And what it said, it's 65 years old, 54, more than half of the people walking around, depending on family, friends, or the government, 36%, they die before they reach 65. That's not an option for me. 5% must continue until death. And that is so many people that I see right now. 4%, they're well-to-do, but they're hurting because the inflation that's going on in the world. 1% of the 100 people, they're financially independent. So the obvious question is, what did the 1% do that made them financially independent? If you look closer at these people, 26 of the 1%, they're sports people, they're CEOs of companies, they're super salespeople, they're entertainers. A lot of these people are on the strip, and one of my friends, he's on the strip. He just signed a $10 million contract, and he's terrible. He's terrible. 74% of that 1% of the 100% business owners. But yeah, so I'll just be a business owner. Not so fast, because just being a business owner, you can get your head handed to you so fast, it'll make your head spin if you had it, because 95% of them, they're out of business within 3 to 5 years. And they're investing average startup capital about $50,000. Who has $50,000 to just throw around these days? Not many people. So you go, one of my friends, one of my patients, she she opened up a cupcake place about 2 months before COVID hit. And she put all of her money, all the baking goods, the ovens and this and the shelving and the glass cases, all this kind of stuff. She put a fortune into it, went out of business, right? Lost all of it, lost all the money. So 95%, whatever business you're going to start out there, like a brick and mortar, 95 out of 100 are done, right? And it's because of lack of knowledge or lack of capital, lack of money, unless it's a leveraged type of business. Leverage is the key to all of this. And this is from J. Paul Getty, who's the richest man in the world at one point. I would rather 1% of the effort of 100 people than 100% of me. It's like when I was doing surgery on people, it was all me. If I didn't go in, yeah, they would cut me some slack for a few days, maybe a week if I was sick. What if I were to take off 3 or 4 months? Yeah, but I'm on salary. Yeah, take off 3 months, see what happens to your salary. They're going to cut it to 0 and you're back to square one. You're going to have to look for a job and you're right back into that mill of 9 to 5, which leads to where you are at 65 years old. It's just a loop. It's a cycling loop. I'd rather have 1% of the effort of 100 people than 100% of my own effort. And this is what leverage is, right? Now, when we're going to shoot it back to you, because you're going to talk about leverage and how you created what you guys created over here. So go ahead, talk about.
Okay, great. Great job, Tommy. It is just so you know what? It's a awakening message. Unless you're leveraged, you will work until you die, right? Even at 65. So for us, and we had a vision. This is back 30 years ago. We had a vision. We want to create a team called MP Global around the world. And at that time, we started to build the country which is I'm from, in Taiwan. So leverage is all about, you want to really, not only you become the leader, you want to teach others to become a leader. And when you have 100 leaders in your team, you are leveraged with all their effort. So in Taiwan, we started just 3 of us, the entrepreneur-minded people with a vision that we're going to grow globally. So from there,
Tom, you're going to have to advance.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so from 3, now it's about 200 people. And that's exactly what Tommy was saying. You will grow from 1 to 10, from 100 to 100. And that's the the evidence of the leverage. Now the people on the front, they are all young people. They started in college, but they all had a vision. And most of them on the front, they are all one of our $1 million earners. So this group continue to grow. Next. Tommy.
Advance.
Okay. So
It is.
this is
This
our
is the
MP
like.
Global in Taiwan. Now it's 4,000 people. Imagine this is your team. If everyone just do 1 hour per day, the 4,000 people, you would have 4,000 hours productivity a day on your own effort. You would never be able to do that. We only have 24 hours. So that's the difference between linear versus leverage. When you have a leverage network like that, for sure, you're going to become that 1% truly create wealth. Now we didn't just stop in Taiwan. We started to grow internationally and now around the globe. This actually, the photo is old, it's about maybe 10 years ago, but it doesn't matter. We already have so many top earners, $10 million earner, $5 million earner, and so forth. So all together, we are already created. This is in 10 billion, 1 billion net worth of our company, of our business, okay? And there's more to come. The next could be you, right? So the key is to join our team and so that we can duplicate the success and help you to become the next millionaire. And we also duplicate the semi-successful, the duplication system to help everybody become successful. And we built our MP Global team now. This was also a few years back.
That's in New York office.
Yes, in the East Coast. And the picture, all the people, most people in the photos now, they also become $1 million earner. And then next, one of the top earner is Shirley. I believe she's on the phone now. Became $1 million earner in just short years.
And her husband, Dave.
Yeah. And together, and her husband, David, actually quit his job to do the business with Shirley. Next. Okay. And we also have this young lady, Tiffany, and she totally transformed herself and transform herself to look beautiful. And she also helped all her team members to do the same and create a huge team and represent our West Coast team. Of course, she's $1 million earners, so are many of her team members. They are all very young, successful entrepreneur. Many of them are young mom with children, but it doesn't matter. It's with a vision, with a determination. So we didn't stop just, in US. We also have team in Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore. But this is a brand new team that we started to build in Latin America. And we were very fortunate. Tommy was right there showing our leaders how our business system, the successful system works. So everybody was inspired because it's not just for us to look better, look younger, but also be able to leverage and create the wealth. So with our team, very successful MP Global team, and we attract all the successful people. We help them become successful. Now we want to leverage and look for the best company that we can partner. So the company was selected is Forbes saying out of the 8,000 company around the world, this company is one of the 5 the most trustworthy company because everything is about being trustworthy. Okay. Next. And it's already $2 billion sales volume per year. It's international research and development company and global leaders in integrated beauty and wellness, which is huge. And 40 years in the business already, and we are on the New York Stock Exchange for 28 years, this company that we selected. Dun & Bradstreet rating is 581, means financial-wise very stable, very solid. On cash basis, we don't have a long-term debt, which is very important. The criteria that we're looking for to partner with this company. And we, MP Global, we are the marketing team with this company. Next. So Tommy, you can take over why this company is so outstanding and why we want to partner with this company. Why is this company so unique?
Well, you want to look at a track record and a pattern of events. If I think it's a very scary thing to, and some of the old pioneers, like 40 years ago, they took a shot and they happened to pick right. But there's 21,000 companies active in the US right now. And the chances of you, the companies that allow you to create leverage, right? The chance of you picking one that has the best pay structure and the highest amount being paid to leaders and award-winning products and all the criteria that you need, the chances of you doing that are 1 in 21,000. So you got to look at benchmarks and certain criteria, right? So first to market leaves a trail of success with it. And some of those things that they've been first to market with is this, and it was so impressive to the scientific community and the media. The Discovery Channel asked them to be on one of the shows, and it was about a super class of anti-aging products that does not exist anywhere else in the world. It was based on gene expression, epigenetics, that you're basically modulating the way genes are behaving and pushing them to, well, not pushing, you're influencing them based on ingredients to behave like a younger version of yourself. Because as you get older, enzymes are going to degrade. Proteins will build, enzymes degrade. So as you hit the ripe old age of 28, collagen stops being produced, give or take a few years, right? Collagen's a protein. Enzymes will degrade the protein. So what these ingredients will do, there's a whole bunch of them and a whole array of them. Essentially, what they're going to do is boost up the youthfulness of the person and push down the accelerated aging at the same time. And there's beauty devices that will drive ingredients through the skin as well. That will help facilitate this. But 30 years of proprietary data on identifying the sources of aging at the genetic level. That was a first to the market. The sales since its inception, 2008, over 10 billion, right? 400 global awards since 2013 on hundreds of products. And one of the awards is Company of the Year. And they have #1 for the world's #1 brand for beauty device systems. And these are, I have access to any device out there. And you see things like, oh, I hope there's no lawyers on this call, Althera and Morpheus 8. You hear a ton of things going on about high intensity radio frequency. And it's all the rage in the medical spas and the dermatologist and the plastic surgeon's office. And they'll, all right, sign up for this surgery and then we'll give you a free Morpheus 8 treatment. But what they found out that it's doing is it's basically melting the fat layers in the skin and fusing your face together underneath. So if you need plastic surgery years from now, your surgeon is going to like string you up because you screwed your whole face up underneath because of these machines, and the machines cost $250,000, right? It's incredibly expensive to buy these things. They have a lease payment, so they're going to be pushing it on to you, right? Because they want to pay off their lease payment because that's what the rep told them. They're going to make a fortune on it. So it's a cycle. It's a cycle of events that's going on. I have versus Obagi Medical, right? Obagi is in 87 locations in the Las Vegas area. Obagi, as far as I have seen, has 2 awards on their products, and one of them is on eyelashes, and it has prostaglandins in it, which causes eye irritation and allergic reactions. And it's $148, and it's double the price of our eyelash product, which has no side effects at all on it, and it works better. So it just shows you how wide open it is for market penetration. It's really wild. So convergence, let's talk about this. This is 2 technological giant advancements coming together at the same time. It's AI meets DNA, and 1 + 1 in this case it's greater than 3. It's greater than 10. Okay, so #1, artificial intelligence. It's already changing the landscape of how all business is done globally, and we haven't seen anything yet. And it's advancing not annually, it's by the day it advances, and it gets really, really, really fast. The estimated projections, 15 trillion from the global adoption of AI. And the second, DNA, the novel collection of AI analyzed DNA will enable lightning fast beauty and wellness assessments with predictive algorithms in it, which is beneficial to the consumers, because these predictive algorithms, if you're watching Netflix and at the end it says, you watched this and we think you're going to like that because you watched this, that's a predictive algorithm. That's 80% of the revenue of all of Netflix. Same with Amazon. It accounts for almost $180 billion of Amazon's revenue is because their predictive ability says, you bought this toaster oven, so we think you're going to like this, whatever it is. It's saying, because of this, you get that. That's what's being incorporated here, but in the beauty and wellness world. All right. Another first to market, 750 million, a transformational investment into AI and ML to assess DNA. Now, check this out. Follow along with me here. There's an app. There's actually two of them. The AI-powered app with multiple revolutionary personalized beauty and wellness assessments body-wide. There's about 15 categories, okay? So this guy here, and he's interested in how good he looks, how good he feels, or how much money he has, or all three. Put in the chat which one is most important to you. How good do you look today? How good do you feel today? Or how much money you have today? Just to get a quick little thing. How good do you look? How good do you feel? How much money you have? Or all three, right? So she's showing him the app on the phone. He's looking at this and this and that and this, right? Same with these people. So she's going to show these people the same thing. They're all going to download the app because they want assessments done on themselves. For example, let's look at this girl. She wanted a facial assessment done. So the app is, she sends her the app. She downloads it to the phone. The phone takes the picture of her, right? Through the app, the AI will recommend products and different treatments to improve her. And the predictive algorithms are going to say, because you like this product, we think you're going to like that also. Is it going to work? The first month that it was implemented, the sales increased 38%. It's just getting started. It's just scratching the surface. And this is only one of all the assessments that are available. So you're going to pair the beauty app with the devices. Here's one of the devices, and it's going to tell you too fast, too slow, do it this way, do it that way, don't push so hard, and that sort of thing, right? The collection, and it's data gathering. And this is just one of them. Here's another one. It's gathering data at the rate of sometimes 150 times a second, right? So the collection of AI, machine learning, predictive algorithms, the IoT connected devices, all the data gathering as a whole, antioxidant testing, we haven't even talked about that. And there's other things that are behind the NDA, the non-disclosure. All of these things together, it's going to lead to lifestyle and product recommendations to optimize you to match what's called a digital twin, a perfected computerized version of yourself that's 100% straight out optimized. This is the closest you're going to get to it. Whereas before you had this, there's no way of knowing. There's no blood tests or anything that's going to tell you, do this, use this product, use that product. So it's going to say, get this product for this, and there's a shopping cart right there. So it's streamlined right to that, eventually on subscription, like everything else is going in the world. Hopefully that makes sense. I know I'm going fast with this. If we're going to switch gears now, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. And this is from Warren Buffett. And remember the three questions: how good do you look? How good do you feel? How much money you have? All right. That's so key. And go back to when you were 65 years old. Where are you with this? Right. So Warren Buffett The guy, I saw a documentary on him. The guy, he is a freak of nature. He owns, if you guys know this company, he owns Berkshire Hathaway. All right. It is a behemoth worth $890 billion. Right. And it is the epitome of leverage. We keep going back to this word leverage. I didn't know what leverage was. I do now. This is leverage. He owns all of these. And when I pay my energy bill, NV Energy up here in the top, like in the 1 o'clock position, he owns NV Energy. So I pay Warren Buffett for my energy bill. And this is part of what he owns. And add on to that Geico, Fruit of the Loom, Dairy Queen. He owns 4% of 7,000 Dairy Queens. He owns 4% of Verizon, 6% of Apple, 9% of Coca-Cola, 20% of American Express. This is leverage. Is this wild? So he does not spend his time, energy, and effort in a 9 to 5 because he already knows the numbers on where that's going to get him at 65 years old, even though he's approaching 90, right? But for everyone else, you do the 9 to 5 route, you're basically screwed. You go this route and develop leverage and your own business. This is the type of vehicle that you can approach, right? He has a slice of profits from 80 companies and thousands and thousands and thousands of franchises. And that's why he's so wealthy. When I'm going to send it back to you guys or Eugene, I don't know which one's going to take this, but it's very interesting. The top paying professions average annual income compared to what we do. All right. So one of you guys take it away.
Absolutely. I think this is why Tom joined, why I joined, why Wen joined. If you take a look at some of the top paying professionals that are respected, quite frankly, they don't yield what most people think they yield. When I saw the kind of numbers, there was actually a young lady, 27 years old, and at the time we were able to share our checks. Legally, we were unable to do that in the legal system we live in today, especially with the NDA that we had to sign. That check was $30,000, and that was over 30 years ago. That was a lot of money back then. Just to give you a frame of reference, I paid a little bit more than that for my first home. So when I saw a 27-year-old woman earning that kind of income, I didn't believe it, but I wanted to make sure that it was false. And in trying to disprove it, I actually proved it right. And of course, climbed on board. The rest is history, because now our top team leaders are averaging in excess or just about under 40,000 US a month. Matter of fact, we met a young lady yesterday, young mom, 2 children, and her checks were rivaling that of this young lady, and she's doing it pretty much from her kitchen table. So things are changing, and I just want to mention that we're not here to create fear, okay? We're here to create solution, because we're not focusing on the problem. We're focusing on the solution. So it's not about instilling fear. It's about creating opportunity for people who are a little bit fearful, because they actually know what's about to take place, like Tom Polisi. If you can advance that slide, Tom, for me.
Okay.
Apologize. For some reason, I'm having difficulty doing it here. I'm still on the top 10 professionals. Okay, so if you take a look at that, what's the common denominator? They're all in what we call linear income equation. Tom's doing open heart surgery. He goes home. He's not earning money until he goes back and does another surgery. I used to have a catering business. When I did a wedding, at the end of that wedding, I was unemployed until my next wedding or my next party. What's the difference with what our top team leaders are doing and what most occupations, even the top paying professionals, are doing with their average incomes? They're working in a linear income equation. We're working in a leveraged income equation. It's not that we're that smart. We're just in a different vehicle. If I want to get to work, I can take my bicycle or I can hop in my car. I have the same brain, the same talent on the bicycle as I do in the automobile. It's just a much quicker way to get there. That's what we're discussing, a financial vehicle here. So let's take a look at the average incomes. You want to take this one? Or you want me to go? Okay, monthly. You want to take this? Because
okay.
Wen loves numbers.
So this business is about leveraging, and we mentioned it's not just your own effort. So first, you want to become the leader, and when you become successful, become the leader, your annual income is about $8,000 a month. But it's not just about you. You want to leverage like Warren Buffett, right? So if you help one person, and then you double income, you help 2, and it's doubled again. You help 4. Wow. And then when you have four, one of them are the super leader, and then you average 75,000. When you leverage five people, then that's 134. And finally, if you teach six people to become the leaders, and then three of them are also, we call leadership team, then you are averaging about 500,000 a year. So at this point, and from people that's joining us, we just love having you. We can build this business together globally. But right now is for you to look at that chart to see where you want to be. Are you really, you are the person with a big appetite, you want to be all the way to the right, then we can show you how to become the top leader, earning almost 500,000 a year.
And we believe you can do it because if again, I'm the same person, so is Wen. We're no different than anybody zooming in tonight. And again, if you want to stay on a bicycle, again, this is a choice. If you want to get into that Ferrari, so to speak, that's what we're talking about here, that financial vehicle that can compress time to accomplish maybe 30, 40, 50 years of productivity into a few short years. Well, what's the challenge here with most people in business? When I was in catering business, I had tremendous competition on Long Island with so many other catering companies. We live in Florida sometimes when we escape from the cold Long Island winters, or we come here. But everyone I come in contact with, they're all in real estate. They're all going after the same meat. That's what red ocean is versus a blue ocean. Tommy, advance for me. I apologize if we're having challenges with the technology. Again, they're all fighting to beat that competition. My product or my business is better than your business. But again, we want to move into what they call a blue ocean mentality. And that's what we have. Because we're first to market, we virtually don't have any competition. Some of you know our cleansing device that Tom brought up earlier. That's number one. There's only one number one. And I want to work with number one, and I want to work with some of you people because I know if you're on here, you're entrepreneurs. We're not going to waste anybody's time. So we've got an uncontested market. Again, the competition is rendered insignificant, but we're looking at projected markets in skincare, beauty, health, wellness, which everybody is interested in, except I know that you said most people want to look better, feel better, and earn money, Tom. But when I looked at Warren Buffett, he doesn't really look that good. He may be able to use some of our products, and I say that respectfully because he's an incredible genius to follow. But take a look at the markets: 2 trillion. What's our corporate target? 20 billion. Now, again, with artificial intelligence, it's hard to wrap your brain around these numbers. But when you're talking on a global scale, it's a drop in the bucket. So with 10 times growth that we know we're going to accomplish, if I quit, this is going to happen. If Tom quits, this is still going to happen. It's the matter of who wants to be part of that growth. And in that 10 times growth, we're looking at creating $2,000 million earners. Okay, I'm sorry. We've already created that. With the 10 times growth, look at the numbers. 20,000 new $1 million earners. The question is, do you want to be one of them? Do you want to be fearful? Do you want to be the type of individual that says, oh, forget those automobiles, forget that Model T, the horse? That's what's here to stay. It's been here for thousands of years, right? And what happened, as Tom showed you at the Easter Day Parade in New York, within a short period of time, 13 years back then, and things are moving at lightning speed now, but within 13 years, all the horses were gone. I think there was one horse left, if I remember correctly. So the question becomes very simply, would you like to be one of them? We don't want to waste your time. If it's not for you, it's okay. Millionaires are not, earning millions of dollars is not for everyone. It's not. I'm glad we have someone who cuts our lawn, and we're no better than anyone else. I'm glad we have someone who cleans our home, who waits for me, you know, at a restaurant. We need those people. And again, open heart surgery is not for everyone. I personally wouldn't have the stomach for it. Okay, but if this is for you, if you're sick and tired, and you know what's going on, Tom shared zero. Tom shared facts and figures with you, zero fluff. This is happening, guys. If you want to be one of them, please get back to the person who invited you onto this Zoom, get your questions answered, and just as importantly, get busy.
Right.
Because you're going to be able to help a lot of people and you're going to be able to help yourself. When I know you had some closing
No,
comments.
Tommy, can you stop the sharing now? Because we're going to end the session today. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All
Thank
right. Thank you, Tommy, for your enlightening sharing. We just love everything
Great
you
job.
do. And also, we're very blessed to have you. So let me see, Tommy, where are you? Tommy, one moment. I couldn't. Hold on a second, guys. We're going to announce something. One moment. I couldn't see. Just a second. Okay, everyone. Hold on. Okay, now we can see everybody. We're just sharing the view because when we end, we want to everybody, if you can, open your camera to say show your gratitude to Tommy, because to prepare this PowerPoint, it took him a tremendous effort and time. His genius ideas. So what we like to do is, for those of you who like to learn more how to create wealth and how you can be the next millionaire in our business, then you can join us next Monday. Okay, so next Monday, if you are the right person that we're looking for, you want to be the future, you want to capture the AI future, you want to be one of the new 20,000 new $1 million earners, like how many that we already created, you're going to be one of them. Then join us next Monday. I'm going to show you the mechanic of wealth and actually how to get started with the business. Okay. And meantime,
but before Monday comes, get started, because you're going to get a lot more out of next Monday evening if you're in position, you've climbed on board, and you've got some of the tools that you need.
Okay. So I'm going to, everybody turn on your
turn on your mics if you could.
And then if you can all say, because I'm broadcasting this, all right, everybody, we can all say, thank you, Tommy.
No, not to me.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you, Tommy.
Great.
Thank you, Tommy.
Tommy.
Embarrassing.
Good job. Good job. Thank you.
Yes.
Love the sharing. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. I'll see you guys later.
Tommy, thank
Bye-bye.
Guys,
Come visit us
see you
in
next
Taiwan.
week.
Ciao, ciao.
All right. Bye.